All right, just thought I'd do a quick update on the new facility progress. So the painter is almost finished outdoors. The reason he did not paint the front door and the side lights and he only did the trim is I've decided I don't like any of that, and we're going to change some of that. I want a wooden door, and that's a metal one. It was the only one that we could find quickly at the time, and I didn't want to leave a big hole. Seems like he's got these rails pretty good. Some of it's still in primer, so it's not completely painted. This is just primed. So, but the part that is painted, it's like an oil base. I think we're going to be okay on that. Concrete guys did put me a nice slab out here, and so our 2-ton unit will go here and the 4-ton unit will go in the back, and that's going to work out pretty good. A little bit of a mess down through there. We're just going to attack all that at a later time. We've got to get moved in and get operating here. So let's go look inside. Alright, so let's look inside. Obviously we've got our HVAC roughed in. We used insulated boots, and did put a 96% furnace. Going to be a 20-SEER AC. Here's our return. Should be nice and quiet. This is a conditioned space within a conditioned space, so it really didn't have to be wrapped, but we did go ahead and use the internally lined box just to make it quiet and whatnot. And there's our furnace and coil. Have not set the condenser or tied in the line set yet, or the gas line or anything. We just basically roughed it in so we can get it sheetrocked. Got about a 10 or 12 foot piece of flex duct there to also make it quiet, and inside of that is a hard pipe 90. We just pulled the outer jacket over it, and just so it would look uniform outside. So it's a 2-ton unit, and there's 2 10-inch trunk lines, one on the back side obviously going the other way. And this will be where we keep filters and some, some amount of storage up here just to hang on to the space. And so let's take a look around the rest of it. So the chase that we built around that return will kind of serve as a little separator wall. There'll be a rack here, a large rack with supplies. Right here will be a countertop, like a stand-up counter. The refrigerator and the ice machine will be under it. Then there'll be a microwave, coffee maker, water machine, a couple other things. The electrician still has a little more work to do. He has to put a receptacle there and there, and one up high for the monitor. And that TV will basically be just used as a as a monitor for the security cameras. So anyway, there may be a couple of stools there just to kind of make a sandwich and sit at the little counter, but not a lot. Not really a break room or a break area, just basically to have something in here for when I'm in the office. And This back bathroom here that'll be accessible from the shop area is the one that'll be large enough. You can see the big door. It'll be large enough for handicap access, and it'll have the railings on the wall and all of that. And I was just cleaning out my van yesterday and threw that table there just temporarily. All of this has got to get out of here so we can do the epoxy floors. And the electricians also got a little bit more to do here. And the camera guy is also like an IT type guy. He's going to run an HDMI cable there from here so that I can sit at my desk and have the big screen TV as a monitor in case somebody comes by and we're looking at something on my computer. Then they'll be able to see the big screen on the wall. And as we established before, this first little room right here is basically an IT room, just basically media room. There'll be a safe here. There'll also be a shelf up high, and these are all the camera wires. So he's got all of them in but one. We're putting 13 cameras inside and outside totally. And the electrical not being 100% done and a couple of things still to do is what's holding up sheetrock here. I'm not really pushing or rushing anybody because I'm trying to get everything exactly the way I want it. So that's kind of why we're at a standstill just for the day here. And then through here, after you go through the little media room area, this will be the private bathroom, basically be mine. So it will not be handicap accessible or any of that. Nothing fancy. We'll just have some tile floor here, tile floor in there, a little vanity in the corner, toilet there, and I may have probably a shelf here just to keep some supplies and whatnot on, but basically like I've done at all the other buildings. So let's take a look out in the shop. All right, so obviously all the lighting is in, all the foam is done. We are going to paint all of these ugly old green looking, steel beams and frames. We're going to paint most of them, probably not all the ones in the ceiling, but we're going to paint these ones along the wall. I just brought a couple cars in here just to play around with because the floor guy is another week out before he can get in here and do the epoxy floor everywhere. So what I'm going to do is let him get that all ground down, smoothed out, and a coat of epoxy and the sprinkles and the clear on it. And then we're going to cover all this plywood with like a Luan, which is a nice sanded, paintable, clean wood that, it's real thin, 1/4-inch sheets. And we'll use those lattice strips to cover the, the seams of it. And it'll look pretty nice. Then we'll be able to paint all of that or stain it, whichever way we decide to go. We'll probably paint it. Luan's pretty nice, quick, cheap, easy way. Although nothing made out of wood is cheap these days. So all these supplies here, this little bit of stuff has got to go, and so we can't really move in yet. We got to get all this stuff out of the way and let the floor guy come in. So I'll just be tinkering around for about a week waiting on him. But that's kind of the progress report at this point. So I'll do another one after it is sheetrocked and we have the floor in, and start putting up this Luan out here and getting doors in and getting everything looking good. We'll do another status video just to kind of show where we're at. And obviously we'll trim around these windows after the Luan goes up and get some type of blinds or pull down shades probably over them all. even though the ones in the office are the only ones that really have to be fairly nice, we want them all to match. And I'm just not happy with the front door. We're going to do something to change that. I don't like the glass going all the way to the floor on those side lights. And I really don't like metal doors. I just like wood, a nice heavy wood door. This thing's pretty cool. It's got a a little blind that's in the middle of the two pieces of glass, and you can open and close them, little tiny mini blind. So I mean, I guess that's pretty cool if you like that kind of thing. Like I say, I just don't like that door. But we had to get something because we had a great big hole there. The stuff we took out of there was definitely rotted and gone. All right, so we're moving along pretty good, and we'll be at a standstill till tomorrow, and then the electricians will be back and the IT guy will be back and finish up the wiring and the cameras, and then we can start moving forward doing some cover-ups. Appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate all the comments I've gotten, and everybody complimenting and showing interest in seeing the new facility. And the last thing I'll do is probably this door. I just want to get the new door in here perfectly clean, and there'll be an opener up there. And so anyway, that's where we stand. So we'll update you again soon. Thanks for watching.